So for today's lesson, we are going to take a look at parallel and perpendicular lines. So this is part 3 of writing equations. All right, so the learning target in SOL, this is SOL A.6b. Write the equation of a line when given the graph of a line, 2 points on a line or a slope and a point on the line. Learning target, I can write equations of a parallel or perpendicular line to a given line through a given point. All right, let's go ahead and look at some definitions. All right, so first we're going to look at parallel lines. So the definition of parallel lines are lines that never intersect. All right, and we know this algebraically because they have the same slope. So that is the key. They have the same slope. All right, looking at perpendicular lines, those are lines that intersect, but they intersect at a 90-degree angle. All right, and again, how do we know algebraically if they are perpendicular? They have opposite, reciprocal slopes. All right, so what we mean by that is they have the opposite sign, and they are the reciprocal. So let's do a little refresh of what a reciprocal. So what are negative reciprocals? I'm going to say opposite reciprocals because not all the time it's going to be negative. So I'm going to take that out and put opposite. All right, so when we say the opposite reciprocal, that means that a fraction is flipped, or you flip the fraction. Remember, all whole numbers are fractions, they're just over 1. And a sign switch. All right, so looking here, some examples. So if we're looking at 3/4, we want the opposite, which is negative. And then the reciprocal, remember the reciprocal, you are flipping the fraction, so the numerator becomes the denominator. The denominator becomes the numerator. So that gives us 4/3. All right, so just like I said, for number 2, we have the number 2. All right, remember all whole numbers are fractions are just over 1. So we want the opposite, which is negative. And then we're taking the reciprocal, which becomes 1/2. All right, for -7/8, since it's already negative, it's going to be positive. We're just flipping our numerator and denominator, and that becomes 8/7. Again, we have a whole number of 1, so we put that over 1. We make it negative, put it over 1 again. Simplify it, which I'm going to put it there, which becomes -1. And last but not least, 0, we can put that over 1. Flipping it becomes 1/0, which we know from slope is undefined. All right, so let's get into it. So here we're going to be using the slope formula to determine whether the points given are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So remember, the slope formula is y2 minus y1. So I'll write that down. Over x2 minus x1. All right. So looking at the first 2 points, I have 3 minus 6. So looking at the line form AB, we have 3 minus 6 over -2 minus 2, which gives me -3/4, which gives me 3/4. All right, now we're going to look at, so this is for AB. Then y2 minus y1 equals x2 minus x1. And we have 0 minus 3 all over -1 minus 3, which gives me -3 over -4, which is 3 over 4. So looking here at the line that's formed by A and B, by points A, B, and point C, D, these lines are parallel, or these slopes are parallel because they have the same slope. All right, so we're going to do the same thing for number 2. All right, so remember, it doesn't matter which point you label as x2, y2, x1, y1. It does not matter. You're still going to get the same slope. So for AB, we have 2 minus 4 over 0 minus 5, which gives me -2 over -5, which gives me 2 over 5. And then for CD, we have 8 minus 3 over 1 minus 3, which gives me -5 over 2. Excuse me, +5 over -2, which just reduces to -5 over 2. So looking at the slopes for AB, we have 2 over 5. And then for CD, we have -5 over 2. So since they are opposite reciprocals, they are perpendicular. Excuse me, I almost wrote parallel. They are perpendicular. All right. Now what I want you to do is pause the video, and I want you to try 3 and 4 and determine whether they are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. All right, so let's take a look at it. All right, so let's look at A and B first. So I have 8 minus 6 over -1 minus 2, which gives me 2 over -3, which just gives me the fraction of -2 over 3. Then I have for CD 2 minus 3 over -1 minus 3, which gives me -1 over a -4, which reduces to 1/4, not -1/4. It's just 1/4. All right. So looking at these slopes, we can definitely tell that they are neither, because you have -2/3 and you have 1/4. So this is neither. All right. Taking a look at the last example that we're going to do with this. So we have AB, which is 3 minus 4 over 2 minus -1. So we have -1 over 3, because we know this becomes plus. Then we have for CD 3 minus 6 over -5 plus 4, -3 over -1, which reduces to 3. So these are perpendicular because we have -1/3. Then we have the opposite reciprocal, which is 3. All right. So now we're going to take this knowledge and we're going to apply it to writing equations. All right, so we're going to take the knowledge that we have of writing equations of parallel and perpendicular lines, and the understanding that parallel lines have the same slope, and perpendicular have opposite reciprocals. All right, what is this? So when given an equation, you must create another equation that is either parallel or perpendicular to this line, passing through a certain point. So the key reminders here that parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular equations have the opposite reciprocal. All right, so you got to keep those things in mind when we are writing equations. All right. So the first example that we're going to look at is parallel lines. Remember, parallel lines have the same slope. So looking at this example here, it says write the equation of a line that passes through the point -2, 7. All right? And is parallel to the line y equals -4x plus 1. All right? So this goes back to we need to use point slope formula, which is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So remember, this is point slope because you're given a point and a slope. All right, so looking at the first example, since I know they're parallel, I know that my slope here is going to be -4. All right, and I'm given the point of -2, 7. So I'm simply just going to plug it into my point slope formula. So my y, so I have y minus 7 is equal to -4 times x minus -2. I'm going to simplify the right-hand side. So I have y minus 7 is equal to -4 x plus 2. Add another parenthesis there. I'm going to go ahead and distribute. Then I'm going to add 7 on both sides. Please make sure that you don't forget this part because y has to be by itself. So I get -4x minus 1. All right? So we can see here that these lines are parallel. They'll never intersect. They have the same slope. All right? I'm going to do the exact same thing in example 2. All right? I know that they are parallel, but here's where I have to do a little bit of arranging because based on this equation here, x minus 3y equals 9, that equation is in standard form. We have to have it in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. All right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this equation for y. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Going to divide both sides by -3. So I get y is equal to 1/3 x minus 3. All right, so remember when the equation is in standard form, you cannot determine your slope. All right, so now I know that I have a slope of 1/3. And I have the point 3, -1. All right, so now what we're going to do is plug it into our point slope formula. So I have y minus 1 minus a -1 is equal to 1/3 times x minus 3. So I have y plus 1 is equal to, I'm going to go ahead and distribute 1/3 x minus 1. We're going to subtract 1 from both sides. And we get that y is equal to 1/3 x minus 2. All right? So we're going to skip the practice problems from right now because you're going to try those on your own and have me check. So again, looking at numbers 1 and number 2, they already give you the equation in slope-intercept form. You easily identify your slope and use the point to write the equation of the line. In examples 3 and 4, that is where you are going to have to solve it for standard form or solve for slope-intercept form because it is in standard form. All right, so you're going to complete this portion at the end of the video. All right, perpendicular lines. All right, so remember perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal. All right, opposite reciprocal slopes. All right, so we're still using our point slope formula here. We're just looking at the fact of the slopes are opposite reciprocal. So we're given the point 4,3. We're given the equation y equals 2x minus 4. So since the slopes are opposite reciprocals, the opposite of 2, so the opposite sign is going to be negative, and the reciprocal is 1/2. And we're using the point 4,3. All right. So here we have y minus 3 is equal to negative 1/2 times x minus 4. We're going to go ahead and distribute, so we get negative 1/2 x plus 2. We're going to add 3 to both sides. And we have y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 5. All right, using the same process, just remembering the fact that the slopes are opposite reciprocals. We're going to do the exact same thing for this example here, for example 4, but instead we're looking at an equation that is in standard form, so therefore we have to solve for slope-intercept. So I'm just going to rewrite it. So we're going to subtract 5x from both sides. 3y is equal to negative 5x minus 21. Divide both sides by 3. Remember, on the right side, I break it up, so I remind myself to divide each term by 3. And I get negative 5 over 3x minus 7. All right, so we're not finished here because we just determined what the slope is of the line. Remember, the slopes are opposite reciprocal, so the opposite sign is positive, and the reciprocal is 3/5. And I have the point negative 5, 1. All right. So now we're going to put it into our point slope form. So we have y minus 1 is equal to 3/5 times x minus negative 5. I have 3/5 times x plus 5. All right, now we're going to distribute our 3/5. So we have 3/5 x plus 3. Then we're going to go ahead and add 1 to both sides. So we get the equation y is equal to 3/5 x plus 4. All right, so just like in the other example with parallel lines, there are 4 questions for you to answer with perpendicular lines. I broke them up so that in your notes, you would have the examples right above the questions that you were answering. So again, there are 2 that are showing that the equations are already in slope-intercept form, and there are 2 where the equations are in standard form, and you have to solve. The key thing here for perpendicular is to remember that the slopes are opposite reciprocals. All right, so what's next? So the first thing I want you to do, and I'm going to bubble this in, is go back and complete the practice problems in the notes. So complete practice problems in the notes. All right, then once you have me check, and I'm going to put have me check, then you can go ahead and complete the exit ticket. So this is going to be number 1. Number 2, complete the exit ticket. And then number 3, complete the boom cards if you have time. But before ending this video, I want you to go ahead and summarize what you've learned from today's lesson.